Hello, sorry, good morning guys. Okay, so it's like 5:30 almost on Saturday morning, so 11 weeks and 1 day, and I thought I'd make a video now because I didn't set my alarm. I naturally just woke up this morning, and I'm gonna go and take Miley out real quick because I'm going to the gym with the little one. That sounds weird. And we're going to go and do a leg day today because we've saved it. We're going to go to this different gym that's got some different machines in or something, so that'll be quite cool. Sorry, I'm kind of halfway through getting dressed here as well. So I am still training, obviously, because we're going to the gym. But I thought I'd do a video early today because we are going out to see the Spice Girls later today. If any of you are Spice Girls fans and have got some tickets, you might actually be in Wembley Stadium at the same time as moi. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think the only thing that I can say is a bit different, I suppose, because of what's been going on with me, and because, I don't know, I don't know how many times I want to say that I'm training, but I am training. We all know that, so I'm not going to shy away from it. But I suppose normally when I've got like something like this where I know I'm going to be drinking, I start to get a little bit nervous. So the days leading up to a night out, for example, or a date night where I know that food and drink are going to be the focus of socialising with friends, playing games and drinking endless amounts of, calories that are empty through alcohol. And it's scary because I'm thinking, oh God, like I feel like crap, my body this, my body that. And I'm not joking, I used to just severely punish myself. Like, I don't know about any of you guys, but when I was going for a stage of I'm going out Saturday, come the Monday before, I am severely punishing myself from Monday to Saturday. Christ, on the day, the Saturday, I could just do hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of training. And even if I weren't training, I would be coming home and I would be blitzing the house and I would be doing this and doing that, and I would be trying to figure out every waking second of take your mind off food, don't eat, save the calories because you know you're going to be drinking, and try and burn as much as you possibly can. And I'm not joking, I would get to sort of 6-7 o'clock in the evening and I was just absolutely exhausted to the point where I didn't want to go out. Me and my husband would have things booked up that I'd spent 6 days punishing myself for before it's even happened. And then I get to that stage and I would fuck myself, excuse my French, so much and so badly, quite often and not, 9 times out of 10, this is how truthful this is right now, we'd have to cancel. We'd literally get to like 6 o'clock and we'd both just look at each other, and because I was always up and about doing things, he kind of felt compelled that he had to. So if I was blitzing the kitchen, for example, and doing inside the cupboards and just frantically trying to find something to take my mind off food, Si, bless him, would do the same. He would be cleaning the bathroom while I'm doing this, and then he would be mowing the lawn and doing the garden, even though he hadn't set out to do that and it might not have really needed it. And I found that I controlled the roost. I ruled the roost, as they say. I was sort of getting everybody to just jump on this frantic, cleaning, unhealthy habit. And then, lo and behold, we dropped JJ off to, the parents, my mother and father-in-law. And even going there, you're thinking, can I really be bothered? Can I be bothered? Because I was just so tired and mentally starved. And quite frankly, if you can resonate with that, then wake up, because I was lucky enough that my husband loved me so much. He wanted to see me get better. He wanted to see me become Emma again. And he knew in his heart that I was still in there somewhere, because he would see little sneaky bits of me coming out, very, very little bits, but he knew I was still in there, because who I was, or who I was trying to portray that I was, wasn't me. It was my brain starved of food constantly. It was my body screaming, leave me alone. I'm not chasing for food anymore, which is what it probably felt like it was doing every waking second. So I'm fine. You know, I haven't dieted. In fact, last night, I think it was just before I fell asleep, which normally is a no-go, I was like, oh, do you know what, I'm a bit peckish. Should we just share a bowl of Cheerios? This is me and my husband, that is. And when I say share a bowl, I mean like share a trough. So we pretty much had half the pack of Cheerios between the pair of us. And it was, I didn't give it a second thought, really. Even now, I'm like, I'm not going to punish myself in the gym today. I'm just going to do a normal leg day. I'm excited, actually. No, there isn't going to be a lot of cardio. No, I'm not going to push myself to the point where I want to collapse and I don't feel like doing anything for the rest of the day, because that is just going to ruin tonight. As it is, I've naturally got up at 5 o'clock this morning. So for me to go through all night and not be collected from the taxi, I think it's like midnight, I'm not going to be home much before probably 2 a.m. by the time I get to bed, that is. So it's a long day, a long, long day. And I'll be drinking, you know, this afternoon, or when we get to Club Wembley thing. I don't even know what the food's like. This is a big, big, big step for me, because I've not actually looked prior to going there about what food we're going to get. Like, I've not Googled it. I've not looked at, I mean, I love a menu. And I used to say that to my friends at work. I love a menu. No, you don't love a menu. What you love is you love to see that there is something on there, on that menu, that is next to nothing calories, that you are going to feel safe eating. And truth of the matter is, I don't know what's going to be there. I don't know if it's going to be unhealthy, processed foods that I'm going to feel a little bit like, oh, I wouldn't normally eat that. And even in my recovery, I very, very rarely eat crappy food, because it's just, I don't know, I don't really like pizza and stuff. It's not, I mean, I would have it. Would it be something that I craved? No. Would I want my mushroom risotto instead? Yes, because it's my favourite. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm not shy of the fact that I am still mentally half orthorexic, if you like, because I do have a tendency to be, you know, swayed towards foods that are not processed, etc. And I think that's just years and years and years and years of habit and the way that I am. But I don't know, I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I don't feel like I'm setting myself back, because I've made so many other progressions, one being today, where I'm not going to punish myself, or I haven't punished myself all week, not even thought about it. I'm going to enjoy tonight. Tomorrow I have rest day, yes. And I say yes, but I don't even feel like I need a rest day. I feel absolutely fine, but never mind, I am going to have a rest day. Yeah, and I don't really know what we're going to do. I promised JJ that we'd go swimming. I'm not going to swim, but he's got some gala trial things in the swimming pool, so he wanted to, you know, go and have a little splash about. So I promised him that we'd maybe go to the swimming at Runnymede around the corner from us, and that he could go and do a bit of swimming. And then my husband actually said about filming a lower body workout soon. So I don't know whether or not we're going to try and squeeze that in while we're there. Not me do the full workout, by the way, because it's my rest day, but me just talking it through. I don't know yet, but I do know that on Sunday I am going to pretty much be very sedentary, and I'm not going to care. I probably am going to be hanging a little bit. I'll do a video if I can get some time, if I'm not in a comatose state, as what JJ says when mummy's drunken. He likes that because we call it bed day, and we don't very rarely have bed days, and he loves it when I have a bed day because we just lay in bed and watch films all day. And I'm not going to feel guilty for that. I've done a few of them since we've been back from holiday, and it's been nice. It's been nice to be with the boys, and it's been nice to feel relaxed about it. It's been nice not to have anxiety laying in a bed all day and not moving. Yes, come the afternoon, I get a little bit wobbly, as I call it. I get a little bit anxious, and I say to Simon, I haven't moved all day. And he's like, yeah, and? He's like, I'm proud of you. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no, okay, I'm fine. And I just have to kind of reassure myself sometimes. And I don't think that's necessarily a setback. It's just normal brain. You know, you've got 3/4 of it now that is like focused on, oh God, I've got to stay to my hair. Sorry, you've got 3/4 of the brain that's focused on getting better, being happy, accepting things. And then you've got that little quarter of the other brain side just going, yeah, but what about this? And yeah, but you haven't got up, and yeah, but you haven't done your cleaning, and yeah, but you haven't done this, and you haven't done that, and you've eaten this, and you've eaten that. And I think that other 3/4 just needs to say to that other quarter, fuck off, go away and leave me alone. So today's video, guys, I'm going to nickname Leave Me Alone. And that's because that brain needs to leave you alone. That quarter of that brain that is telling you to not eat that and to not do that and to go and burn as much as you possibly can, because that is what today's society of super skinny, you know, modelicious, whatever, is telling everybody on Instagram, on social network and social media. Well, it's just going to come crashing down, and it's only a matter of time. Are you going to get ahead of the game? If you're looking at this and you're in your recovery, then you are ahead of the game, and you're doing it, you're doing well. I haven't, touch wood, oh God, there isn't any wood. I haven't had any emotional breakdowns for a while yet. And considering like I said, I keep saying I'm training, I would have thought by now that I might have had a bit of a thing where I go, like emotionally drained or exhausted because of what I'm doing. But actually, I don't know, I feel okay. I feel really good. I'm just hoping it's going to continue. It's my last day today at the Clomid, by the way, so I'm on day 5 already. I take my last pill before we go out today, this afternoon, because I need to take it a bit earlier. I've been trying to take it around the same sort of time, but didn't plan it very well with today. Or then again, I could take it with me in the taxi, actually, and just pop it before I get to Wembley, but whatever. So 5th day, so I'm going to leave it tomorrow, rest day, and then come Monday, I'm going to be testing for the LH surge. Obviously, far too early, but I just don't want to miss it, just in case. So I'm going to be testing every morning and every evening. So there's like a 12-hour, because sometimes, you know, if you have an LH surge, some women have a very, very, very small surge, but they still have it. So I'm seriously thinking, please, give me some ovulation. Again, I've had no symptoms with the Clomid. I've doubled up. I've taken the 100, and I've taken that for 4 days straight now. I've had, I'm still bleeding, by the way. I'm still, even this morning, it's still deep red, and it's not significant, and it's nothing like what I used to have when I had a proper period. This withdrawal bleed has just been a little one. But it's still red, and it's still consistently coming out, and you're talking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're now Saturday. That's 5 days of continuous tampon changing, period pant wearing for bed, and in need of doing them. So I'm considering this as a successful progesterone challenge, and I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that, considering, like I say, I'm training. That should be my new slogan. I'm training. Considering I am the T word, my levels of estrogen have obviously still remained there, because I'm eating properly. I've never, ever, ever trained like this previous, but eaten. So yes, I have been here where I've done training sessions like I do now, but I would be doing twice, maybe 3 times the amount, and I would be eating probably about 1,000 calories less than what I'm eating now, and some. So that 1,000 calories, when you factor in what the training I'm doing, that is why I'm not dropping significant levels of weight. I am slowly, and I mean, like, I'm talking like minuscule now, minuscule amounts. Am I going down a little bit? But is that because of some of the progesterone that I'm not used to? Maybe because it acts as a natural diuretic, progesterone. So, and it's meant to help with fluid retention. Not in everybody, by the way, but I know I've always reacted with progesterone. Whenever I've taken it, I have gone down a little bit because I do hold on to fluid. I'm one of them people with the hormonal imbalance where I do suffer with fluid retention. Sometimes it is bad, like go to bed a certain size, wake up another size, and it's like the elephant woman. It is it's bad. And it's so emotionally draining because you are smashing yourself and you're doing everything right. You think you're dieting, you're not eating right, you know, you're cutting as many calories as possible, and yet I'm waking up bigger. I'm waking up puffy. Now, all right, everybody has a normal morning puff, but that is normal. When it's like, and I look like I've had 10 rounds with Mike Tyson, is not normal. And I haven't had that, so maybe it's a bit of the progesterone still swimming in the bloodstream that has reduced some of that fluid retention, because you can even see a little bit more of my abs, I think, like this bit here, which has been absent for a little while. All right, I am going down now, but maybe that, again, I said this in my video the other day, it's been almost 3 months really, so I've been eating consistently and I've not stopped. I've not had one day where I haven't met my calorie intake. I've eaten like a queen for the entire journey so far, which I have never, in my 10 years of being in this struggle, I've never done. I've never consistently done this. I might have done it for a week and then really, really panicked and revert back. But me giving myself that little bit of period of time off from the training and consistently eating the right amount of calories has now got me to the stage where I think my body's like, hey, you know, she's still going to be feeding us that peanut butter bagel at 10 o'clock, 10:30. So, you know, yesterday's one, maybe we can let go of that, guys. And I think my metabolism is kind of kicking in again. It must be. Because even though, yes, I am training, if I am slowly losing weight, I don't weigh myself, so I'm not even going to bother with that. But if I am slowly going down a little bit because of the training aspect, then I'm doing it right. Because losing weight, doing weight training, as opposed to running 50 miles a week, 60 miles, 70 miles, sometimes clocking 80, it's manageable. You're building lean muscle tissue, and what I will be losing is fat, not lean tissue. If you're doing constant cardio, all you are doing is burning fat, but you're burning lean muscle tissue. And in the long run, that's going to fuck with your metabolism, and it's going to just make you fatter because you cannot maintain that level of cardio throughout the rest of your life. You might be able to do it for a few years, but when the time comes when you can't run 50 miles a week, even though you're only eating 1,700 calories a day, because you only burn what you burn when you're cardio, you don't consistently burn afterwards. You know, muscle training is a completely different thing, and that's something I've had to get my head around because I was a cardio endurance bunny. I loved it, and I only felt okay for the day if I had met my quota of I need to do this amount of cardio. I'm going to leave it there because this has been quite a lengthy video, which I was not going to intend to do, but I can't stop talking. I waffle on forever. So apologies there, guys. Also, just before I go, there's actually a couple of people that I want to thank, because uploading some of my videos, I've had a couple of emails from ladies that are in their own journey. Maybe they've just started, I don't know, but it's really inspired me. And I needed that. There was like a moment post-holiday where I needed a bit of a pick-me-up to keep doing this. And they gave me that. And I think on some of the earlier videos where I got a little bit emotional and things, there was one video that me and my husband did not upload because it was just far too much. I was a state. And it was just that upsetting that I was crying watching it back, and I thought that I can't put that on. I don't want to make anybody else feel like that. I hope it's still helping everybody. You know, if it is, then, you know, if you're not a subscriber, then subscribe, and then you can get all the videos when they come up. Leave me a thumbs up, because supposedly that's what you're meant to say. And I will update after the Spice Girls. Have a good Saturday, everybody. Have a good weekend, and I will speak to you soon.